Hello, welcome back to my channel. Wow, what a week. I don't know if you heard or not, but the United States had an election, and it was every bit as crazy as we thought it would be. With all that insanity came the memes, and they did not disappoint. I've collected some of my favorites and thought it would be fun to make another tier list video. Huge thanks to my good friend Sarah for suggesting this video idea. Before we get into it, I should warn you that not all of these are memes, but I felt they needed to be included nonetheless. So with that, let's get right into it. So this first one is pretty good. I've got to admit, I think the electoral system is pretty dumb too. I was actually thinking about doing a video next week about the electoral system and how it came to be and just information about it. Or I was going to do a video about Crocs and why they're the greatest shoe of all time. But if you'd rather have one or the other, let me know. But anyway, back to the meme. I'd say it's a good B tier meme. Up next we have a video.
Down! Get a hold of yourself!
Stewardess, please let me handle this.
Calm down now. Get back to your seat. I'll take care of this. Calm down. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Doctor, you're one on the phone. Everything's gonna be all right. Please.
Sister, please, I'll handle this.
Yourself.
Airplane is my all-time favorite movie, so any meme that features that movie, automatic A tier. A for Airplane. Up next, a Simpsons meme. Were there really enough third-party votes to influence this election? I don't think there were. But anyway, this thing's got big dick energy, so I'd say it's a solid A tier meme. This one was just really funny. Plus I really like the show iCarly. So this one I think probably deserves to be the first one in S tier. This one I just thought was funny because our ceiling looks like that. And my parents were worried about Joe Biden's tax plan. I mean, it's a good meme, but it's not a great meme, so I'd say it goes in C tier. Alright, up next, another Nevada meme. And come on, they really didn't do much. My thought is that they just didn't want to be the one to admit that Biden was president, but they still took forever. All in all, I'd say it's a solid B tier meme. Although this one's a fake tweet, this one gives off big boomer vibes. I mean, it's okay, it's not great, it's not terrible, but it's probably one of the weaker ones on this that I saved. So I'll throw it in D tier, because somebody has to be in D tier. Up next we've got when Biden's dementia kicks in and we get in stimmies every week. This one cracks me up every time. I love it. This one's A tier material. Without a doubt. Up next we've got these 4 news headlines. And you know me, I love crazy news headlines. So while these aren't really memes, they're still really funny. So I'll put them in B tier. They're funny enough to be in A tier, but because they aren't technically memes, they'll be in B tier. This one absolutely kills me. It's just so funny. The ending just comes out of nowhere. Oh, I love it. This one's going straight to S tier. There's no other place for it. This next one is really accurate, although it's a little basic. So I think it goes in B tier. It's not great, but it's still very true. Up next we've got one from Tumblr. I am ashamed to admit I actually had a Tumblr at one point. Actually 2 Tumblrs. So, sorry. This one's good stuff though. I mean, I like all the different typefaces on it. And it's pretty funny, so I think I'll put it in A tier. This is another one that isn't really a meme, but is just too insane not to include on this list. If I could point your direction to number 2 trending, you will see the hashtag #SmellyFoxNewsFarts. Now if you were like me, you're probably curious about what this is, so I'll explain it to the best of my abilities. From what I can gather, it's a bunch of Trump supporters who are mad at Fox News for calling the election for Joe Biden. Poor Fox News getting put in this situation. I mean, what do? Do they upset the majority of their audience? Or do they become more of a laughingstock of a news outlet? The hashtag itself is really weird too. You really couldn't come up with anything better? It sounds like something I would come up with in, like, kindergarten. Back when fart was a bad word. Because it's not really a meme, and because it's not really a great hashtag, I think it goes to C tier. Alright, back to your regularly scheduled memes. Breaking! Jason Derulo falls downstairs delivering the final Nevada ballots. This one's so funny. That's just it. It's just so funny. This one's just straight to S tier. There's no other place for it. If an election wasn't crazy enough, there was also an earthquake. And I know it's not really related to the election, but I still thought it was kind of funny. But because it's not related, it goes to D tier. Alright, another video meme. Let's watch it.
Clap for the heavyweight champ, me. But I couldn't do it all alone.
This one kills. This one is 100% bona fide A-tier material. This next one's got a lot going for it. I mean, it's good Photoshop, it's pretty funny, but it's not as good as some of the others we've seen, so I'd say B-tier. B-tier is a good place for it. Alright, now we have my all-time favorite video on this list. Everything about this is incredible. I could almost make a separate video breaking apart every piece of this video. It's that good. But I'll try to do my best to cover everything in the short time I have. First, we'll talk about the dancing. I wish the video went on just like a second longer, that little flag twirl at the end. Ooh, they've got some moves. Now let's talk about their song choice. I don't think they could have missed the mark any harder than this song. This is Rage Against the Machine's Killing in the Name. Now if the lyrics, "Those who died are justified for wearing the badge and the Trojan white," weren't enough to give you an idea of what the theme of the song is, I will point you to the first words that aren't killing in the name of. They are, "Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses." I mean, it's not even a subtle metaphor. This song is about racist cops. To be dancing to this song as a Trump supporter is already almost peak irony. But to do it draped in a thin blue line flag, I can't even come up with anything funnier than that. That's it, they won comedy. And not on purpose. Back to the lyrics of the song, it's not even subtle. And it's not like they say it quietly, they're literally shouting it. I can't even get over how insane this is. And the craziest thing is, it's not even a meme. This happened quite a few days ago, but I'm still just in shock reeling over it. As a big Rage Against the Machine fan, I gotta put this one in S tier, even though it's not a meme. It's just too incredible not to put it there. If there was a tier above S, I would put it there, honestly. This deserves to be on its own list. Alright, let's move on. Hang on, I'm still not over that. How do you miss a point like that? I'm speechless, honestly. I don't really know what else to say. That's it, they won without even trying. But I still gotta finish this list, so let's actually move on this time. This one's just really funny. This is the first time I'm hearing of the other Joe, and I'm not sure what's funnier, the fact that Kanye West doesn't have his picture on there, or the fact that the lady got more votes than him. Or, there's also the fact that Kanye West is the only one to concede so far. It's just another one of those, not really a meme, but still somehow definitely a meme. I gotta say, this one's A-tier stuff. Up next, we got a Gritty meme. Gritty is the mascot for the Philadelphia Flyers, and he is probably the best mascot to ever exist. And I gotta agree with Jonathan here. All the Gritty memes are giving me life too. I think Gritty belongs in A-tier. I'm too afraid to put him anywhere else, honestly. We've had a lot of these not really memes, and I apologize for that, but John King deserves to be on this list. Him and Steve Kornacki never left those boards. Fox News may have had better graphics, but this election was carried by John King and Steve Kornacki. So for that, they make it on the list, but they aren't that funny, so they gotta be in B tier. I'm sorry. It's the rules. The important thing though is that they made the list. Alright, this is another, not a meme, but still incredibly funny. Republican candidate who died of COVID-19 wins North Dakota election. North Dakota took a Democrat over my dead body way too hard. It's just hilarious that they'd rather have nobody than a Democrat. Congrats to him though. I know I've put other not memes higher, but this one has to go in C tier. I mean, if it were my news headline video, it would be A or S, no doubt, but for the meme tier list though, I'm sorry, you gotta go in C. At this point, it feels like there's been more things that aren't memes that have made this list than are, but that's just because memes can't compete with this stuff. In case you don't know, Trump's campaign team held a press conference at Four Seasons Total Landscaping. Now that sounds like an odd place to have a press conference, and that's because it is. Now this is only speculation, but it appears the Trump campaign booked the wrong Four Seasons. There's a Four Seasons hotel in Philadelphia, And here's a picture of it. I mean, it's really nice. It would be an ideal place to have a press conference. And here's Four Seasons total landscaping between the sex shop and the crematorium. I'm not sure what's funnier, the fact that the mistake likely happened, or the fact that they went through with it anyways. And the main speaker at that press conference was none other than Rudy Giuliani. You know, the same guy who's featured in the Borat film. What a low blow for the Trump campaign, though. I mean, you booked the wrong place, and then during the press conference, it's announced that Joe Biden is the winner. Absolutely heartbreaking for them. But it's a joke that writes itself, so it's on this list. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much, in fact, that it's going to S tier. What's up with all these not memes being in S tier? I'm sorry, but comedy just can't compete. However, this one comes darn close to competing. Another Jason Derulo meme, but it's a good one. Unfortunately, it's not quite as funny as the actual event that happened, but it's darn close, so I think it goes in A tier. Up next, we've got another gritty meme. Now, this one isn't quite as good as the last one, but it's still a pretty good meme. I think it's a B tier meme. And last but not least, we've got this one. As mentioned before, these were the unsung heroes of this election, and they've already made it on the list. But this one is a meme, so this one's going in S tier. It's just so funny. Alright, that's all I got for this list. If you thought I missed some, let me know. You can follow me on Twitter and send them to me. If you disagree with where they're placed, let me know in the comments. Like I said in the last video, I'm not going to do anything about it, but I'd still like to know. If you'd like me to do a Crocs video, or if you'd like me to do a video on the Electoral College, let me know. And if you have any other video suggestions, let me know. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you really liked the video, consider subscribing. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Thomas Mancala. God bless America.